Whew. Hello. We stream. So this is the first stream of the week. I was a little sick last week, so I didn't end up streaming on Friday, which is when I was going to stream again. And Saturday was another ZG, but I think I'm going to do one ZG stream a week. So we will be starting in about 25 minutes, so not too long. Roasting. And then let me swap this. Yeah, I am done with ZG, so I've got all the rep that you need. Andalari, Exalted. Um, and got the shoulder enchant. The head and the legs. We are finito. Just give me a sec while I check some stuff. Yeah, I think we're just 4 minutes at the minute. So I don't know if we're under or over this week for ZG. I think we're under, so for the guild. What are we at? I know we've got 19. So it should be a whole guild run. Which should be good. I was pissing them off in the chat a minute ago. One of them ran up the steps at ZG, got dismounted, and then got brutalized by the, not even by the horde, just by NPCs. And I was sort of winding him up, and then a couple of the other guys started getting annoyed. Must be doing summons, hold on. Why can I hear this twice? Turn this down a bit, maybe? I have it open in another tab somewhere? What the fuck's going on? Let's see what I got. We have 7 more people waiting on.
Not ready yet.
So I'm trying to figure out why I can hear the game sounds twice. Teeny tiny bit. Always good when you just get free honor for standing outside the raid. Whoa, poor guy. Poor little fucker just spawned and got obliterated. Oh, bring it up, that's weird. Oh, actually wish I was undead. Though I don't actually know if you can undead purge that one.
I can't do that yet.
this guy still doesn't have. You see the status of these people's gear? It's terrible. This guy doesn't even have trinkets. This is abysmal. Like, there's no previs in this at all. This is all just dog shit that this guy's picked up. Fucking BOE green ring with 10 int on it. Oh, it's so fucking cringe. Minimum effort. He's gonna make out. He's got Jindo's evil eye, which he got from a guild run.
To get closer.
And he has an ult where it's a hunter, and he was gearing up his hunter with the guild, and then the guild asked him if he could swap to like a healer. So he's been forced to play healer, but his hunter was just as badly geared. That's why they wanted them to swap, because there's too many hunters in the guild already. Like, his guild's pretty much all hunters. Well, a lot of the officers are hunters. That guy, and then there's like 2 more, but they're not playing, I don't think, tonight. But his hunter also had no trinkets, which is impressive. I don't know how you go and you get to level 60 and don't bother doing the quest to get the trinket for... He doesn't even have the Argent Crusade trinkets. The Argent Dawn trinkets. And those are actually decent if you don't have any other choices. You could have Black Hand's Breath. Well, not on that priest, obviously, but that guy's getting killed by a Tauren with a ash candy. It's a bit of a joke, like, just, I don't know. I mean, people do it all the time. There's been 2 times so far where I've had loot. I didn't get Perdition's Blade the first time it dropped for me. And I've been raiding with the guild for 3 weeks, and I was like, I think after that raid they promoted me to like actual core raider. But in that raid, instead of giving me the loyal guildie Perdition's Blade, they gave it to some newbie rogue who ran on his first time, and then he quit and never ran again. So he nabbed Perdition's Blade. I was down my best in slot for 3 weeks where it dropped again. Our guild's a bit of a memesters. They, some people think it's a hardcore guild, or like a hardcore-esque guild, where they want to take the rating seriously. And there's people that you have to explain Blackwing Lair mechanics to them every week. I have no clue how. They expect to be able to do things like IQ or anything whenever you have to explain the mechanics every single week. I'm looking forward to getting one shot on Cthulhu if we ever make it that far. But I will say, they are freaking out about just freak out. You know, you're not wrong. Me and a couple of guys that I know from outside of the game, we just threatened to quit the guild after that, and after that they changed the loot system for us. So instead of it being soft reserve to soft reserves off spec, main spec off spec, it was we now have an effort point system. So every week you go, you get points. We have made some changes in the guild, but it was like pulling teeth trying to get them to actually update the loot system, because they wanted to wait until IQ before they changed it, which was insane. That was like at the start of Blackwing Lair, like the first week of it. They refused to update the loot system, and they were still doing off-spec, or not off-spec, they were still doing just soft reserves. And they were recruiting as well at the time, so it was like all the new recruits they got in. All the new recruits they kept getting in would come in, nab everything, and then quit the guild. There's a streamer, I don't know if he's still in the guild. OP. He in the office, or not an officer, is he in the main raider crew? He might have left. Looks like he might have left the guild. Be here with me if he was in the officer bit, or not in the officer, in the raider bit. Looks like he is gone. But yeah, there was a streamer in the guild, and he had like a decent following. He was like 2,000 subs, I think, and I think he got like 50 or so viewers concurrent when he streamed. He joined, and I think he sort of made a lot of demands to try and get like gear and shit from the officers, and then I think they just told him he doesn't raid enough because it was like every other week is when he would show up. It wouldn't be consistent, and he was like, "Can you guys funnel me some stuff so I can get geared up while I'm streaming or something?" It was very, very odd behavior. If I could remember his name, I think it was like Project or something. Do this actually, see if he's in. Oh, there he is. He used to have his stream link there, but it's gone. Yeah, that guy. He hasn't been on weeks, or last week literally, but he hasn't done a ZG with us or anything. He's really, really under geared. I don't know why they bother getting him in, and I'm pretty sure he's ranked like in the guild. I know, well, I guess he didn't make Core Raider, but he got D-Gem, which is like the tier below. It is a bit, isn't it? You can edit your own thing. I was like, maybe I should put my thing in just so people can, if they want, they can watch streams and shit, but I don't know. I don't think you should, unless your guild before you got in already knows that you're streaming or something, because I do complain about them quite a lot on the streams. But there's like a lot of shit they do that's just terrible. Like, there's one guy, the normal leader, the raid leader, is terrible. He makes the worst. He only plays ranged DPS. I don't think he plays melee. So he makes these terrible, terrible calls. Like every single Blackwing layer makes awful calls for the melee DPS, and you walk in and you just get like all the melee lose all their buffs. Like the main tanks died like 3 or 4 times and lost all of his world buffs to bad calls from the raid lead not knowing how melee should be playing during the game. Though to be fair, we probably should have either a tank doing raid lead or a healer. I don't know why a DPS is doing it. Why it's a warlock DPS as well. They're typically not really that observant. There's a lot of that, like a lot of people suck up to the guild leader or the officers. It happens in this. There's a guy. Yeah, the best we have. Where is he? This guy. He raid leads sometimes, so he's not the normal one, but sometimes he'll raid lead for us. And whenever he does it, we hit like the 50 minutes. Yeah, exactly, and also generally in Molten, not so much in Blackwing Lair, but Molten Core. If your raid leader is the one controlling the pools as well, which is good for hunters because hunters just walk around and grab each pack in Molten Core. You can pretty much be fighting constantly in Molten Core. And all hunters have to do is keep track of like the healer mana, which they have a. What is it? Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself. They have like a weak aura that they have that shows them the total healer mana, so they can see what percentage the healers are at, which is good. It's handy to have. So he just has like a little thing in the corner that tells them whenever they're at 70%, so he knows to keep pulling, or they go below 50, so he can sort of call for like a mana break or something. So he's quite good at raid leading, but he's terrible officer. He's so what is it? The rogue. Do you know how DG works? Like how to get the trinkets and stuff. Like you get the boss item that changes every 2 weeks, and you get that. And the general consensus is whoever has the potion to summon him gets the item. Then 1 week. So the last item was up last week for it, so I got my item last week. Yeah, on the Edge of Madness stuff. And I had called. So the way we were doing it before was me and another guy, this guy, where every week me and him would say, like, do you want to roll a dice? And then whoever wins the dice roll gets to be the summoner first, and then the other one summons in the next raid. And we would do that. And so we had this system, and every week we would do it, and nobody ever said anything about it. Like, it was completely fine. Like, the officers and everything were like, he's not an officer, I'm not an officer. And they were completely fine with letting us do that. Last week, he got the first one, so I was going to get the second one, and then I went to show up, and I was like, I think it's me doing it, because Vinny did it the other day, and generally that's how we've been doing it every week. And then this guy was like, no, I'm doing it tonight, and just decided that he was doing it, and then just completely, like, scum me out of it. I was just like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself then. It's great. So I was very annoyed. That's happened a couple times where the officers just sort of pull rank and scum everybody below them, which I guess is unavoidable. Yeah, you're right. I should have freaked out. I was just effing and blinding in the chat because I was so pissed off. Like on the stream, I was just completely freaking out over it. So I don't want to link them the channel, because if they ever find it, there's one stream where it was what, 2 weeks ago, we actually failed out of molten core. We didn't even get past Domo, and I was freaking out. I was so pissed. I was like, I cannot believe we wasted 2 hours getting to Domo, and then they just decided to give up because they can't be bothered anymore. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, what a waste of time. It would have took 10 minutes to finish Domo and then get Ragnar's. And then I was winding him up earlier, and I think he started getting annoyed because he was getting the insults he was hitting me back with, the real personal. I was just like, oh, okay. It started being like, we don't need you here, shit like that kind of joke, and I was like, oh right, I've got under your skin a bit. Which is good. Oh. Yeah, I think so. I sort of stopped winding him up after that. I was just like, right, I'm not even going to bother replying to the personal thing. I'll just stop typing. That's it. No more. And then, well, I say that, but I'm a fucking menace in this game. Like, I swear to God, anonymity in a chat box, I do whatever I want. It was a bit grim. He said he was going to go he wants to swap his pet because he's a hunter, so he wants to swap his pet over. He's like, I'm just going to go over to the stable master here, and then I typed to check in on your wife, right? And then he went, yes, my wife is a bat from Soul Grub. I was just like, that's the purest form of love there is, mate. A man on his bat. I don't know. Start to wind these English people up. They're so easy to wind up, English people, I swear to God. Okay, we must be starting soon. Who's our tank this week? Who the fuck is this? This guy's new. Warden staff's good. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even like I was being particularly cruel. Like, I wouldn't have took that personally if someone had said. I would have just laughed or like typed in lol. Yeah, getting my bat wife out of the box, but I got the impression I'd sort of wind them up a bit. That trinket's a bit of a meme, but again, at least it's a trinket. Ordering seals fine. What's he have for neck? Um, is the other quest reward, the necklace quest reward, not better than that ring? Maybe it's different for tank druids. I don't know. But at least he has gear. I can't really complain. Like, it's the it's not a gun. It's the quest in Plaguelands where you get the the ghost quest. You get Egan's blaster. That one. It's that one. You take it into Stratham when you blast the ghosts with it, and it turns them into the little wisps, and they fly away. A lot of people have that. A lot of druids have that because they don't have. I don't think you get relics until you start doing raids. So I think it's fair enough. Paladins tend to have it on as well. Yeah, the Ghostbuster thing. You see a lot of paladins with it. I think they just forget to take it off. Ghost butter. Damn, I want some ghost butter. Some sick ass ectoplasm. What's the... Did you play Season of Discovery? What's the ranked system like in Season of Discovery? Is it as fucked as this? As on the Anniversary Realm? Where everybody's a Grand Marshal? Yeah, same them. Okay. It's like this guy. He's a proper sweat no lifer. Like the reset was on Wednesday, and that guy went and had the cap of 500,000 honor by Friday. He would just sit on and do like I think he has a job. He must just work from home, and all he did was sit and do ranked until he had 500,000 honor in a weekend. Yeah, PvP sucks, man. I hate it. I hated it. Hate it on this. I didn't like it on Season of Discovery. Whenever I saw like there was people going, "Oh, you need to get the PvP gear to be best in slot for a lot of stuff." That's why I like rogues, because a lot of rogue gear isn't tied to PvP. Swords are really good if you want to be sword rogue, but I deliberately did not pick a sword rogue character. It'd be great if one of the druid healers would put that thing on me. There we go. Abolish poison. I would love if I could get that like as soon as I'm poisoned. Yeah, I will say that is one thing I did like. So it was fun. I got up to... I got to level 50, but I never did Sunken Temple, so but apparently that was a good rework. It looked really fun, it was just everybody I played with dropped, and I couldn't get a 10-man group to do it. Because nobody needs rogues, unfortunately. They look the Scarlet Enclave stuff looked really fun. I was tempted to go on and level up, get my last 10 levels and get into it. Did they do up the Nax, or did they just stop now? Like without going up all the way to Nax? Yeah, that's sort of. I was sort of thinking they might do they did the Nax. That's good. Oh, okay. Is that the last one then, the Scarlet Enclave? like the thing they did for the anniversary server where it's just one server. Oh, okay. Oh, so does that mean you can't do the... Oh no, that was in Scarlet Monastery, wasn't it? The event, if you get the Corrupted Ashbringer and you walk into Scarlet Monastery, you got the little cutscene with your man's dad coming out of the sword and killing Mugrim. Was the whole thing with Season of Discovery? Because I know there was like Men in Black or something watching you whenever you got like certain rooms and did some of the world quests. Was the whole thing like it was an alternate timeline, and the whole ending as it gets reset? I remember seeing some rumors about that.
I need a target.
Do they actually play like a bigger part in it, or is it? Or are they just there to meme? Hmm. I've seen a lot of people speculating that they might be. Yeah, that they might have had like an impact, like they were going to be resetting like they're going to MIB mind wipe everybody to make them go back to classic. And forget all the extra stuff, like all the classic plus stuff, which would have been cool. I think that would have been a little fun. Way to flip it. What was the other thing? The Shadow Lady? Was that Xalatath? Like the woman who do the quest for like the shadow items that you got like every... What? Really? That's crazy. It was just some shadow woman? Or some shadow entity then, was it? That's... I don't know if I like that. I think that's okay. Probably good.
Lord Hirik, grant me wings of vengeance.
Not ready yet. I can't do that yet.
To be fair, I didn't see the ages, or the agents rather, in it. I only found that out after the fact, like after I stopped playing. I found out that those agents were there, like the sleeping bag quest and everything, is when they're watching you on the wall, Gordon's wall. I haven't seen the world bosses. Well, did they just give them actual mechanics instead of them just being beat sticks out in the wilderness?
Curse you,
That
curse
dropped this
you.
week. I was playing on another character that has actually the questy. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, instant. That makes sense. You don't want people like. Ooh. Would you like to see something embarrassing? See this guy here, the feral druid. I've spent no. Oh, yeah, tier 2 is that's a good shout. So I've spent nothing on consumes this week. I'm only going by buffs in the raid. This guy has spent about 100 to 150 gold on consumes for Zul'Gurub. Like where is it? That is, he has, hold on, score back thing. That's the sun fruit, so you get that from the Scarlet Monastery, but that I'm pretty sure is like almost 100 gold's worth of mats just to get that. That's not that expensive, and that's not that expensive. He doesn't have it on. Last week he had the Scorpec. You're the one you go to the Blasted Lands, you go get all the Scorpec powder, and then you give it to the dude, and he gives you the 25 agility buff. He had that on last week. But anyway, he's spending a bunch of money on consumes. and a bunch of time and effort to get consumed up for Zul'Grub. And he's barely out damaging me. I feel so bad for him. I feel it's so. He's not a very nice person. I've talked to him a couple times and he's been very, very rude. I think he's French. So obviously he can go fuck himself, but I feel bad that you spent that amount of money and there's a balance druid out DPS and I'm on trash. Like I say that I'm getting out DPS and trash too, but again, I've spent zero. For some reason I'm in the Boomkins group. Why am I in the Boomkins group? Surely I should be here. You should swap the healer druid for me, but whatever.
3, 2, 1.
Whatever. If they put me into that group, I will like DPS the Feral. Though he is also playing Feral in Classic WoW, which is also cringe. The Sod Feral thing that gives everybody Wind Fury was pretty radical. I liked that.
Not the colors of
Yeah, that was really good. I liked it a lot.
I can't do that.
I felt like all the classes were really good, apart from maybe Warrior. At least whenever I played, Warrior wasn't as good as the other. Like Shaman was ridiculous, like for tanking. Like it wasn't even close. It was you played Shaman and that was the only tank you had. Maybe a Druid tank. Yeah, I don't know. Warrior's pretty good in that actual classic. Like it is probably the best DPS class. Didn't they have like Sun Shock or something, or some like Sun Blast thing that they could do in Sword?
I can't do that yet.
They seemed pretty crazy. I remember them like Tommy was playing. He was a mage and he kept complaining because the Boomkins were like out damaging him. It was something like their Moonfire, something they could cast it for free over and over again. Yeah, in PvP. Yeah. Someone just whispered, asked me, "Do you know the crit cap for rogues?" Rogues have a crit cap by Dagger Rogue. I didn't know that they had a crit cap. I can get my crit all the way up to like 80%, but I didn't know that rogues had a crit cap on daggers specifically. Yeah, that's what I remember. It was the Star Fire procs were like free, wasn't it? And then I don't know Druid spells, unfortunately. I really liked that they tried to make another healing class with the mage. It was just a shame that it was complete another wank. I did like the time rewinder ability though, the one that was like you rewind, you like undid damage for them for like the last like second or so, or however long it was. This damage, I remember that was pretty cool. That's good, as if it got better. It was, I remember playing it, it was really fun, like the healing, but it just felt like you were getting out healed constantly and you didn't really do enough before you ran out of mana. But to be fair, I also only played, I think I played healer mage all the way to Nomergun and then never got my mage past that. I did start on Shaman, and then I got blacklisted on the server because I was running. Oh God, what was the first raid? The Black Fathom Depths, and then I like ninja'd the headpiece, like the set headpiece for Shamans or whatever the DPS set was, It dropped and some guy was like, "Oh, this is my ult character," and I was like, "Oh, do you mind if I take that because this is my main character?" You know, no, I won the role, and then I was like, "Okay, well, I'm going to take it anyway," and then just took it on him. He shouldn't have told me it was a fucking. It was his ult he was on. I probably would have given it to him. The moment he said it was his ult, I was like, "Nope, it's mine. Fuck off. This is my main." And then I got blacklisted on the server. And it was like, I think there was like servers where, like the Discord servers for Realms were sort of new, so everybody was hopping into them. So it was like a couple times where I'd just be walking about and then people would recognize me from the blacklist. And they'd be like, you're a bastard, I can't believe you stole that headpiece. I was like, right, I'll just have to scrap this fucking shaman. I cannot be bothered dealing with these weird Redditors coming on me for being blacklisted on a Discord server. I know you can just get all the runes now as well if you just log in. There's like a guy that sells them to you for like 10 copper or something. So I could maybe go check it out, but it seems like it's dead. I think even if you go on, because I was going to log in and I saw the like population. What the fuck are we doing? I saw that the population was like really low on the server I was on. I think the server I was on just got closed as well. Is there a reason we're doing this? The boss is going to be down here anyway. Yeah, if they're not adding anything, yeah, there's no point, really. It sort of happens. Like, I'm pretty sure people do Nax like once or twice, and then they just go, okay, well this is all I need to do, and stop playing Classic. Like, at least that's what happened next time. I think there's people who didn't even bother. They were just like, once they announced that they were doing TVC, they just completely, they were like, oh, there's no point doing Nax because you get questing greens that are better anyway. Thank God I can see again when my weapons stop dropping. If we're going to be able to do so, you can do the Panther boss. If you do enough damage to her, you can get her before she does the stealth hiding mechanic. But we're probably not getting that today. I think Vinny has consumes on. It's probably just the 3% crit actually. Just while we've got a bit of downtime, I'm going to quickly look up Rogue Crit Cap. I don't know why someone's whispering me asking, like, what am I? The character's not called fucking Google. It just bothers me when people do that. Like, they slash, instead of going on Google and typing in, what's the Crit Cap? Hit crit cap. Yeah, there's no. Okay, I thought that was the case. So there's a crit cap for your autos. There's no crit cap for yellow damage, so your abilities. I'm having to check this. I've never once had anybody ask me about crit. And I'd assumed there wasn't one for ability, so it didn't matter. You never really.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll feed your souls to Hakar himself.
Didn't bother stacking up. I dropped the raptor last time. Did you drop it this time? Thank you. Oh, raptor. I'm trying to think what that guy's talking about because he's worried that he's gonna go over the crit cap, and he could have had a different bit of gear instead. Like I'm assuming he's got like a 1% crit bit of gear he's agonizing over. But he's only at 30%. I'm pretty sure the cap was like 40. And I'm pretty much abyss. Like I've got 1, 2, 3 bits to replace. And I'm not nowhere near close to the fucking crit cap. You know what I just realized? I was wondering how Vinny's doing so much more damage. I mean, he has his fucking poisons on. I completely forgot that. Like,
I need a target.
Obviously, that's not the only difference. He's also a gnome, and therefore has more agility than I do. By a lot. I forgot how bad dwarf rogues were because of the way their stupid strength skilling they get instead of agility. So we are doing madness today? Okay. What's today? Tuesday? So this will be a different boss, I think. I wonder who's starting the boss climb. Oh, it'll be Timmy. I know he's missed a couple bosses. I need to get this enchanted. Yeah, I think everything's okay.
I need a target. That ability is great.
Talking about rare items, or that we're talking about Mage Blade and we're saying it's one of the rarest items. I think they're being silly. Do we not have warlocks? Do we not have one? Okay. spinny doing it? Who's a... I assume that's Stiff playing guy must be. Dancing on the thing instead of helping. It's sort of typical druid behavior. Let's go into the normal guild as just peaceful. Who's in as a raider? Or is it his own thing? Really? Nothing, bro. Like that. I don't know what you do, I just leave that on the body and not put it back in. It's not the spinning guys here, it's the spinning guys in Blackwing Lair. Nightmares.
I need a target.
It's crazy to me that's just like an enemy type they have is spinning dude. Nim. So
Not ready yet. I do have a target.
oh, I was supposed to say where the fuck are we going? Oh, I wish I was undead so bad. Is that priestly one? These warriors in the PvP gear. Every warrior's like this is so crazy. I think it's insane. Oi. he did this, and then it's weird. So it's based on like, if you were to try and do it now, it would be harder than if you did it whenever it released because of the way they worked the honor for this. It's very strange. Like one of my mates does, he gets like his 500k a week, and it's taken him ages because he missed a week while he was on holiday. And he has the same honor total as one of the grand marshals in the guild. Just because of the way the honor works, it's taken him an extra 2 to 3 weeks to get grand marshal, even though he has the same total of honor. It probably should just be a level thing. I don't know why they have this, still have this weird. I know it's not the same as it was in actual vanilla, where you're like competing after, was it like rank 9 or 10, you were competing with other people for ranks. But it is a bit weird to me that it's still like, it's based on how many people have honor and how much honor other people have been farming on the week. We just go combat. In person, get them going.
Shabala, fill me with your rage!
Will he? I haven't seen the tiger drop yet, so it could be.
I can't do that yet. Energy. Not ready yet.
No tiger. Oh, well. Wait, what? Yeah, no tiger. I'm just gonna nab this voodoo doll nobody seems to want. The priest brother picking that up, so if they want it, they can trade me. Someone's also gonna get mind control because of that. It's gonna be really funny when it's not me. Do we have for fish boss? Was it a reserve seal of gin? It was. Oh. Fishing spot.
I'm moving. Too far away.
Am I fishing at 250? I think you max fishing, don't you? Yeah, my fishing is not enough. With night crawlers. The worst healer in the guild is telling everybody that she's tired of molten core. It's pretty cool. This is the little, like, loot system that we have. So I don't know how these guys are above me, because they won stuff last couple of weeks. I've been earning the same. I haven't done any loot in weeks. Maybe well ahead of them. Maybe Jokers. I think Jokers might be ahead of me. These two, I don't know why they get extra points.
I can't do that yet.
Oh.
Not ready yet.
Fighting blood drinkers, so I literally just do not bother with the mechanic half the time. Standing DPS infinitely on one of them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bethek, your priestess calls upon your might.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet.
I keep forgetting to do is put my poisons back on. I don't think we're DPS this fast enough to not ever go into panther form. That's what I thought. You could have the warriors reckless. Try and pop out before. Oh, close. Gar. There's some venom. And get ready for the last two bosses just while I remember about it. I'm almost positive that the warlock should be able to put invisibility on themselves and be able to see where she is, but I've never seen them bother to do it. We're gonna die. Did you up there the fist weapon? Neither. I have the tiger fist weapon. I want the panther fist weapon so I can have the meme turn myself into a tiger or panther. Morty. Pocket loot in there. Whoops.
Too far away. Too far away.
This is a big bow. Why is it such a big bow? Down I go. Holy shit, that tranquility. Ah. Set my aggro, but I still don't know if that's not okay. Probably still win this, to be honest. It's a bit dire, but there's only 3 people dead. 1 healer, which is sort of the druid healer. Not really that big a deal. that was well handled, to be fair, but I don't know what happened. I don't know why the first pull was so big. It was like those guys and then everybody up there also ran down.
I can't do that yet. Too far away. I don't have a target.
Two more bosses. I do think it's odd that I haven't been put in the feral druid group. I wonder, does the spell crit apply to my abilities? I don't think it does. I think it's, you still need the melee crit one, right? I think it's the melee crit before I think it applies for abilities.
Not ready yet.
We also got unlucky, we didn't get the tiger or the raptor. Sucks, the raptor dropped last raid. I don't think I've seen the tiger drop yet. I think I've seen the raptor drop twice.
Welcome to the great show, friends. Step right up to die.
Oh, I rolling hell.
Attack totem.
Oh no. I'm going to get Zug Zug because one of the warriors would hit the fucking totem. Oh my god.
Attack
Track him, I
totem.
got that. Energy.
I can't do that yet.
Attack totem. Attack totem.
Oh, no crap. Jindo's evil eye again. Why are we fighting these? It's been a pretty good run so far. Leech seems good. Jindo's is a pretty big drop. It's crazy that we've had that drop. I think the last 3 times we've ran this, he's dropped Jindo's, which is really good. Means that all our healers are getting stacked. I dropped one day, and this guy bought it off the person that won the roll for like 150 gold or something.
I can't do that yet.
Why does that druid tank have the toxic venom buff on him? The fuck is he? Just chill for a carb. He doesn't do that much damage. I wish I was undead. Last boss, last boss. actually waiting for forever? Because we could probably just not bother realistically. Let's go without him.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pride heralds the end of your world. Come, mortals, face the wrath of the Soul Slayer.
There you go, last boss. Definitely wasn't tapped out looking at Warhammer models. I was waiting for that one guy. For some reason committed suicide. I think I've crit on every single backstab I've done.
Run out.
Well, it's a bit early for that, I would have thought, but are we getting it, I suppose?
Run out.
I'm just gonna look up the blood. Oh, sick. I didn't know that if you got mind control, you just get to do it for free. Idiot. Shadow Priest? Ugh. Why is he here?
Not ready yet.
Gross. Oh, that. Big, crit. Legitimately, I think
Run
I've
out.
every single back stuff. That was the first one I did, that was the last one. Bloodvine. You go Fang. I don't think it was reserved. Just to have something cool. I've already done that, so I don't really care. Yeah. Oh, I can remove that as an XP bar. It doesn't actually matter anymore. Is there any that I actually need? Hey, looks like we're getting that with an 80. Very nice. Think of it, then we might just keep it. Or give it to a druid. Next. Probably... Dorian Brotherhood gets you some good... recipes for alchemy, so it might be worth leveling with them for a bit, but... It's mostly transmutes, and I probably actually need to do my transmute for today, but I don't think I have enough cash. That was a pretty good raid, I can't complain. No deaths, we didn't wipe. It was a near wipe for some silly loot, which was a bit odd, but hey, what can you do? But yeah, I think we'll just do a short one today. So, thanks for watching if you watched. I know a lot of people tend to watch this later as the VOD rather than live. Fine. So yeah, there'll be an edited video posted at some point this week. It'll probably get finished up tomorrow, then it'll either get posted tomorrow or Thursday. Just needs a little bit of extra love to it. And then a once over before I put it out, and then it's ready to go. Let's look forward to that. Other than that, I don't think there's anything too big. I've got 2 more projects sort of ticking over in the background, which are just edited videos. Nothing major. I think I'll stream Thursday will be next time. And I might do more Yu-Gi-Oh! On Friday night, or maybe Wednesday. I could do tomorrow, maybe. I might do Saturday or Friday. I think I'll maybe give tomorrow a miss. Yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Bye!